Fine, thank you. So as part of today's DJANGO session, right, I'll be discussing the following terminologies, right? So DJANGO for creating web applications, interactive web applications creations, right? Yes. So before I go, right, you need to know some terminologies. You need to understand what the, so before I go, what is DJANGO, why DJANGO, history, right? Yes. We have got some web terminologies. Web terminologies you need to understand, right? Web terminologies. Secondly, what is a web framework? Django is one of the web framework, right? Yes. What is a web framework? So Django is the framework of Python. What is a web framework? Why Django and key advantages of Django? Yeah. Key advantages of Django as compared with the other things, right? Next. History of Django, right? Features of Django. Companies using Django. Topmost companies using Django, right? And Django job market currently. Okay. So learning Python, right? Learning Python, Python core and advanced, right? So there are two categories of people who updates Python. Right. The first category, right? First category of people who updates Python, right? They learn that Python and just go for data science environment, means total implementation goes in Python, right? Data science, machine learning, deep learning, and in big data like Spark. Big data like Spark, right? Yes. Where Spark with Python. Spark with Python. We say like PySpark, right? And in writing automation scripts in AWS DevOps, right? We use Python. In writing automation script in IoT, in robotics, and administrators, right? They use by writing Python scripts instead of complex shell script, right? Administrators, right? Yes. So in this way, the first category of people, their career won't be in Python, right? They'll just update Python and they use Python in different high-end technologies like data science, big data, in AWS, DevOps, IoT, robotics, administration. Second category of people, right, who wants to have a career as a Python developer, Django developer, right? So you want to have a career in Python, right? Those who wants to have a career in Python, this Django is compulsory, it's mandatory, right? You want to have a job in Python or Django web applications creations, right? You need to compulsory have the knowledge on Django. We have got many frameworks for Python. Among that, Django is the most famous framework. For we have got many frameworks of Python, right? Yes. Frameworks of Python. Yes. Frameworks of Python, I say Django is the famous framework. Django, Flask, Pyramid, Bottle, Turbo Gear, Django, Flask, Pyramid, Bottle, Turbo Gear, right? All these are the frameworks. Among all these, Django has got more flexible features, right? It has got its own database. It is providing its own database, right? Like SQLite 3. Okay. It has got its database, many flexible features. It will provide all the .py files. We will write very less code. At a rapid speed, you can develop a web application as compared to the other frameworks. You may ask from the last 20-25 years, right? Java, .NET, all these, they are used for creating of web application. Why again Python or this Django, right? Means very less code you see in, very less code you see. Not even 1/4 coding as compared with the other technologies, right? And also it has got many flexible features Django is providing. The coding off of the coding is already available, right? Okay. So those like we want to have a career in Python, Django is must. So Django we will see like MVT architecture. So creation of web application step by step, the various steps involved in creating application. So the first 4-5 steps will be common to all the applications, right? Fine. Today, if you see, right, lot of boom for Django today, lot of jobs. There are very few people who have got command in Django. Very few people who know Django. Python, you might be knowing, but Django, there are very few people, but lot of jobs for Django today. But very few people know. For example, I'll open Google, right? So the boom of Django, you can see, right? Django jobs, you can just say Django jobs. Only people who know Django or Django jobs, right? Yes. Django developers. You can see here, if you say Django jobs, naukri.com, it has 34,000, right? Django job vacancies in February 2023, right? 34,000 Django job vacancies and 2,000 plus Python Django jobs in India in LinkedIn. So thousands of Django jobs and vacancies, but there are very few people who knows Django, right? And that too, knowing Django is different, and command on Django, right? The applications creations in Django is different. So this is like it's a hands-on. With this, whatever batch we are discussing today, it's a hands-on batch where you will be developing the applications along with me parallelly, right? Step by step. Once every one of you have got the output, we go with the next. If any one of you have got errors, right, you will be just sharing the screen so that I'll be rectifying where the error. So how to know how to rectify the errors also you need to know, right? Why the error has occurred. So fine. So a lot of jobs, Django has got a great boom today. See Django jobs listing for Django developers, right? You can just go through. It's not a complex. It's not that much complex, right? Very less coding, right? Right. So I'll come back to all this at the end of the session. I'll be brief you much about this. But first one, web terminology, starting from the basics, right? Web terminologies. You need to know something about this web, right? So we have got some web programming, web language also like HTML, right? We'll be discussing in brief about those, how to create a web page using this HTML and adding some styles to it by using CSS and bringing some predefined styles which are already available by using Bootstrap, and also like adding some kind of dynamism to this, right? By using JavaScript, we'll be discussing as part of this, right? So that the total I'll be covering the UI technologies also in brief, right? Not like an overview, like HTML, like how to create, how to present your data on the web page. Presenting data on the web page by using HTML means how would you represent your data on that, means using different colors, images, tables, forms, frames, right? So using that, and later by using CSS, adding styles to it. So first I'll discuss that. Next I'll come back to this applications creations. So fine. Okay. Now coming to this web terminologies, right? Yes, web terminologies. Web terminologies means you need to know something about this. First, what do you mean by www? What is the difference between www and what is internet? What is a website? What is a web application? What is a web browser? What is a web browser, right? Yes. What is a web server? And web framework, right? Yes. What is a web framework? These things you need to understand. Okay, coming to this, right? www. What is this? World Wide Web. Difference between World Wide Web and internet, right? I want the sessions to be interactive, right? I want whether your answers are correct or wrong, people keep responding, right? Yes. And later, once we discuss about this web applications practical, when we start with the practical, you can do parallelly along with me, right? Yes. Okay, before that, World Wide Web. Try to say about what is internet. Internet, right? It is a huge network of networks, right? It is a huge network of networks which forms a large network in which each computer can communicate with any other computer, with any other, right? It is a huge network of which forms a large network in which each computer can communicate with any other computer. What is that? Internet. It connects millions of computers globally. Millions of computers globally. Next, coming to this World Wide Web. World Wide Web, right? www. www, right? Is a way of accessing, information, accessing information over the internet, right? Yes. It is a way of accessing information over the, I can say www is a service, of internet. World Wide Web is a service of internet. HTML is the major language, right? HTML is the major language of World Wide Web, right? HTML is the major language of World Wide Web. Totally stated. Yes. So here we need to include internet and what is a web page also, right? What is a web page? I forgot to say what is that? Web page, website. Okay. Next, what do you mean by a web page, right? Web page. Web page means it is a document, I can say. It is a document which is written in which is written in HTML hypertext markup language, which enables bring together, which enables us to bring together text, images, videos, hyperlinks, etc. Audio, video, all in one place. All in one place. The starting point in a document is known as home page. The starting point in a document generally we start from the home page, right? Starting point, home page. Generally, web pages are identified by their URLs, uniform resource locator, right? URL means uniform resource locator. Example, http, right? /gmail.com, right? gmail.com. Here, two things you need to observe here. URL has two components here. URL, right, has two components. First one, protocol. Means what is this? HTTP, right? This HTTP is the protocol. HTTP, mostly HTTP protocol is used. Mostly HTTP protocol is used.
No, actually, mostly we can use HTTPS only because of security.
Yes, HTTPS security purpose. HTTP hypertext transfer protocol. HTTPS, yes. Okay. Mostly HTTP protocol is used, right, to transport. This protocol is used to transport data across the internet. Next is second one, two components, right? Second one is what? Domain. Specifies the domain name. It specifies the domain name for the machine on which home page is found. Okay. So web page, right? It is a document which is written in HTML. So with different fonts, colors, images, right? Yes. So generally a web page is identified by URL, right? Yes, URL. So URL has got two components like a protocol, that HTTP, and domain name, right? Which for the machine on which the home page is found, right? Yes. Next is like after web page, right? Website. Can anyone say what is a website? Why we go for a website?
It is the collection of files. I mean links,
Yes.
web
Collection
pages.
of web pages.
Yes, yes, exactly right. It's a collection of web pages. Website. It is a group of, I can say it's a group of interlinked web pages. Interlinked web pages. Which have a single domain name. So generally, who maintains the website? A website can be maintained by a normal individual, business, or
Organizers.
an organization. Okay, fine. So why website means right? Generally, for example, if you want to expose or if you want to showcase, right? To showcase your products, available products and services. So for example, if you want, what are the services you are providing? What are the products you are providing, right? You want to showcase, if you open if you open the particular website, right, of a particular organization or a business, you can see what all their services provided, what all their products provided, right? So it increases their business, right? By using a website, you can just advertise in the websites. So I can say, you can say branding your business. Flipkart, Amazon, right? All. And also it allows to increase your customer support. So generally, to showcase your products and services, branding your business, and allows, right? Yes, to increase your customer support. Next, what is a web application? Web application, right? Yes. Now say anyone, what is a web application? Web application means if you give a request, it should give response to you, right?
Yes.
Web application. Web application means request response. If you give request, it should give. So I can say a web application. A web application. Okay. I can say it is a application program. It is application program, right? Which runs on a web server, which runs on a web server. That uses a web browser and web technology, right? To perform operations over the internet. Yes. Okay. Web page, website, web application, right? Yes. Next, web server and web browser, right? Web browser and web server. So just web browser. Um, a web browser, right? A web browser is a software. Yes, it's a software. It's a software that we can use for browsing, right? And also we provide request. A web browser is a software that we can use for browsing, and also we provide request for web pages. And what is a web server, right? Web browser is for browsing purpose and providing where you provide request, right? A web server refers to a software, right? It is also software that provides that provides the users with the response that they request. The software that provides the users with the response that they request via web browser, right? Yes. So this is something about web browser, web server, web application, website, and web page, World Wide Web, internet, right? Yes. And what is a web framework? One second. Now am I audible? Right.
Yes.
Some of them facing some audio problem, it seems. Okay. What is a web terminologies? What is a web framework? Web framework. Django is one framework, right? Yes. What is a web framework? Yeah. A web framework, right? A web framework is a code library, I can say. It's a code library which helps flexible web applications, right? So web framework is a code library which helps to build flexible web applications. And talking about DJANGO, right? Yes. Coming to this DJANGO, it's a framework, it's a web framework, right? Yes. Talking about Django, it is a web development framework. It's a web development framework for Python. Supports for only Python, which offers fast and efficient, right? Web applications. Fast and efficient web application. So it helps us to build and maintain quality web applications, right? This Django, it helps in building, maintaining quality web applications. And it makes the development process smooth and time saving, right? So it has got many flexible features. It has got its own, it has got its PY files. It's going to create its PY files. We don't need to create, right? Yes. And I can say like, okay, history of Django, right? History of Django. Yes. It was released in the year 2005. Django was released in the year 2005. Python was developed in the year 1989, but Django in the year 2005. So the Django, why the name Django means it is the name of a guitarist, right? Like Django is the name of a guitarist. In 2008, right? We got DSF. What is it? Django Software Foundation. Like Python Software Foundation, we got Django Software Foundation. In 2009, Django 1.1 version was released. Django 1.1 version was released. In 2010, Django next, after 1 year, right? One more version. It has taken 1 year to release the next version, right? Yes, 1.2. Django 1.2 version was released. And after that, right, in the year 2017, right, just in the year 2017, Django 1.11 version was released. In 2017 itself, right, again, in the end of this, Django 2 version was released, 2.0 version was released. In 2019, right, Django 3 version was released. Django 3.0 was released, right? Yes. And in the year 2021, Django 4 version was released. The version what we are using currently is 4 version, right? Yes. So people who go as experienced, right? Check these versions. What are the versions you work with means So accordingly, you need to know the which versions. The 2000 Django 4 version was released. Okay. So Django, okay, one second. So history, this is what something history of Django. And if you see the Django features as compared with other programming, right? Yes. First thing is it's very simple, it easy to set up at Django. It hardly takes just 2 minutes or 2 to 5 minutes to install and to set up this Django. Django is easy, right? To set up and run. Right. So it has got many features, right? It provides ready to use interface for admin activities, right? We can build all types of systems. We can build all types of like social networks as well as scientific computing, right? It has got end-to-end application testing. It has got powerful URL system. Right? Yes. Later I discuss about all this, right? Built-in authentication system. Built-in authentication system, right? Okay. So it has got its own database. SQLite 3. Very less coding. Not repeated. The things not repeated. No need to repeat. Everything should be developed in a precise one place, right? Instead of fast development. Okay, so this is the feature set as compared with other programmings. You will see we no need to write huge codings. Already the coding will be available whenever you create your project or application. You'll get all the .py files, settings.py, admin.py, models.py, test.py. All the py files will be already available. We don't need to write it or we don't need to create that, right? Yes. Companies, some of the companies using Django, right? Companies using Django, right? So NASA using, right? NASA using Django. Pinterest using Django, right? Instagram, Mozilla, NY Times, Discovery Channel. National Geographic. Bitbucket. Discuss. So these are some of the, let me show you in Google. Just open this Google, right, and check. These are DJANGO jobs, I said, right? Companies using DJANGO, right? Companies using DJANGO. Just say, right? Yes. So examples of global companies using DJANGO, if you can see, global companies using DJANGO. Instagram, right? Social media application for sharing photos and videos. National Geographic, Mozilla, Spotify, Pinterest, Discuss, Bitbucket, Everbright, right? Yes. Top 10 DJANGO apps and why companies are using it, right? Yes. Discuss, Instagram, YouTube, right? YouTube, Instagram, Spotify, Bitbucket, Dropbox, Mozilla, Pinterest, Washington Post, Eventbrite, right? So these are some of the applications, right? Yes. So, okay, 1 second. Okay, so what are the offerings from our side, right? Yes. So every videos will be provided, right? Soft copy of the material, and you people hands-on, right? You'll be doing along with me. It's not like Python, just writing some program, right? It's an application, right? Not just watching the sessions, right? You need to do parallel along with me in HTML, CSS, JavaScript, or Django, right? Web applications creations. So if I take see that previous batches, I'll show you some of the application previous batches, right? Right, Django weekend batches, weekday batches, applications creations that I showed you, right? Nearly 20, more than 20 applications. Project 1, project 2, project 3. See here, my project 1, 2, 3. You can see, right? More than 20 applications it's created, right? For any batch. See other Django apps creations, applications, right? If any, and if you see that 1 second, notes also clear notes in the installation part, or if you take any, right? Step 1 activating, step 4 settings, go to settings and add application to the installed app. Step by step what we do, right? Step 5, go to application URL specifying. Step 5, project URL. Step 6, step 7, step 8, step in this way, right? These things already available. We no need to write all this huge codings, already available. We do some small modifications step by step, right? And this is the notes, right? I'm going to forward, right? Every day. Fine. And here we follow MVT architecture, model view template. We follow what? MVT architecture. 1 second. MVT, model view template. Model view template. Model means database. View means Python function based views, function or class based views. Function or class based views. Python, right? Yes. It's database. Right. Templates by using like HTML, CSS, right? Images. Okay. So it is going to create a project structure. It is going to provide a project structure. We need to follow the same project structure. Where to keep .py files, where to keep image files, JPG files, where to keep .html files, everything. It gives a project structure. We need to follow, right? This framework. Okay. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you on many IDs, right? Yes. So mostly used ID PyCharm professional. I'm going to show you on PyCharm professional ID. Community edition is only for Python development, right? PyCharm professional, right? And mainly and VS Code, Visual Studio Code, right? I'll be showing you on PyCharm professional, Visual Studio Code, and also Eclipse. So mostly this PyCharm is very flexible options it provides. VS Code, right? Fine.
Sir, MVC is different to MVT.
MVC in Java we follow MVC, model view controller, but here we follow model view template, right? It's different. It's different, right? For Java we see MVC. In Java we need to write a total code is available. We need to write the code for each and everything. We need to write the code, right? But here, even for database related operations, here we no need to write operations. So just we'll have some many flexible features. Plus, if I want to add a new employee, plus, minus. So we have what drop down list will be there, right? Many flexible features it provides. We no need to means we have what many customizable admin sites we have got in this Django. We don't need to write any kind of SQL kind of queries also. Directly we can perform, we can add, we can remove, means employees or customers or any other, right? Fine. But in the case of MVC, right, we need to write the total code. See, for example, I'll show you a small web application, right? How simple creating a web application, right? Fine. So I'll just show you one of them. I got PyCharm, right? PyCharm installed in my system. I'm opening PyCharm. Okay. But as we didn't discuss anything, okay, you may feel little. I won't, okay. File. Okay, I'll close the previous project. So close project. People who, okay. So these are all that the applications I showed you, right? For the running batch, it's going on. 19, 20, 21, 20, 23, 24, 25. So here nothing, we no need to write huge code. It's new project if I want to create a new project. So you need to select which project you want using Django or Flask or any other pyramid, Web2Y. All these are web Python frameworks, right? Pyramid, Flask, Django. Using what? Using Django, I want. Using Django if you want, right? and give some location where you want to save your project, right? So my project, my project 35, I'm saying, right? Yes. Okay, give some name. Automatically where your Python is available, right? Where your Python is available, it takes, see in C drive, Python, right? It takes that Python, compulsory Python required, right? So it automatically searches for Python in your system and takes it. And here more settings is there, right? Yes. I need to give some application name, which application you are developing. So some demo application, right? Yes. The application name. And this is automatically, it is creating the templates folder. Templates is the folder where you will keep your images, your .css file, .html files, video files, all you are going to keep in the templates folder. It automatically creates the templates folder. It automatically creates application folder. It automatically creating this project folder, right? All these are going to get created. Yes. Just here in the bottom, you got to create option, right? Just say create. Just say create means it is creating virtual environment, means another copy of Python it is creating without disturbing the original, right? Original Python software as it has taken from the C drive. Another virtual environment it creates. It is installing DJANGO now. See here, DJANGO, it will install DJANGO now. We don't need to do all those steps. Everything taken care by this. It will install DJANGO. It will create virtual environment. It will create project folder. It will create application folder. Right. All these steps, creating applications. Yes. Now you can see at the project structure at the left side. Can you see the project structure at the left side? Application name, demo app. Project name, my project. Application name, project name. You can see many .py files already available. Now I doesn't want to confuse you by showing you all the coding at least, right? So just I want to show you, we are not going to write any code. See in the application folder, just I've given the application name demo app. I've given the project as my project. Open your project folder. You see many py files. Can you see many py files? init.py, settings.py, urls.py, right? In this way, many py files are available. And if you open this application folder also, we can see admin.py, apps.py, models.py, test.py. All the code is already available. We don't need to just we made some changes to it. Settings.py is there. If you open the settings.py, this is what the settings.py file. It's already there. These are the installed apps. So templates. So this is how simple connecting to a database, right? How simple. See, database by default, it has got SQLite 3. Default, it has got SQLite 3. If I remove this SQLite 3 and if I give MySQL here, it connects to MySQL. That much simple it is. If you remove this SQLite 3 and give Oracle, and here in the next line give username of Oracle, password of Oracle, it connects to Oracle. That's it. No need of any module also required. And the username and password of that Oracle or MySQL or any other database, right? You can give the username and password, right? Okay. So that is what I mean. I just want to show you. We know just how to create. Already all that the coding is available. We need to change it as per our requirement. So settings.py, if you want to do any database settings, any like folder settings, if you are creating any other folders, and the templates is where you are going to store your images, videos, CSS file, HTML files, right? So this views.py is there where you are going to write your business. Yes. So this is what that details course content I'll be discussing, right? Yes. For Django. Before I go with Django, I'll be discussing HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript.
Can I
Right?
have a question?
Yeah. 1 second. 1 second. So Django, what is Django? Key advantages, history, features, companies, difference between MVC and MVT, model with templates, web frameworks, HTTP requests and responses, web applications, right? Django installation next. And Django project architecture, we'll be discussing, exploring about each and every .py file, manage.py, urls.py, settings, admin, models, views, start, applications, creations, and examples, right? And Django applications, creation steps in applications, working with views, working with HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, Django applications, creations in PyCharm. And previously there was an ID like Atom, but it's not supported now. Reusing an applications, different projects, and Django views. This is where we write the business logic. Different examples or applications we discuss. Get and post methods, understanding context object, applications with multiple views, and rendering HTTP response. And Django templates, template tags, template filters, template API. A lot of discussion on these templates, right? Passing dynamic content, passing multi-dict values, images, templates, template library, custom template filter, custom template tags, right? And if you go to the admin side, right, Django activating the admin interface, creating user for the admin site, user for the, and how to use the admin site, right? And coming to the models, databases, right? Without database, there is no web applications, right? Yes, defining models, model fields, defining forms, model forms, migrations, registering, right? Yes, connecting with SQLite, right? In this. Yeah. Advanced concepts like Django, ORM, faker module, class-based views, form validations, rendering forms, crispy forms, right? Multi-select field, embedded video, uploading and downloading files, working with audio and video kind of applications, sessions, user registration, security, Django deployment, and other frameworks, right? Yes. Along with this, it's not shown here, like REST APIs also I'll be discussing, right? So UI technologies, Django, and this REST APIs, right? So someone was asking a query, right? Yes. Go ahead with your query. So I'm saying this total whatever we discuss is not like it's a hands-on where you will be doing along with me step by step, right? Yeah.
Hello.
So
Yeah, I
using
have
these
two.
we can
Yes. Using Django.
develop that microservice based application, sir.
Microservices.
Based applications, sir. Using Django.
Data applications you are talking.
Like how Java is working on a microservice based applications. Like using Django also we can develop, sir.
Yes, yes. We have got many models available, right, for those things. Python is providing. Django has got it. We have got those. Yes.
Hello, sir. I have two query actually. First one is that I want to connect this with my own database, MS SQL I have expertise in. So you cleared that I can connect with any database, right?
Yes.
And the second one, I want to develop a dashboard as per my requirement. I don't want to use admin that is being provided by the this Django admin. So can I connect? Can I fetch data from database and can I show on my own HTML template? Is
Yes,
this
yes. That is what interactive web applications at MVT architecture. Yes, that what we do in every application.
okay? Okay, thank you.
So whatever you store in is using, we are going to store in that. Means, for example, if you take a small example, registration formula is there. Your name, details, all this. Whenever you click submit button, right? After entering the form, total big form, right? Your details, everything need to be stored in the table, right? Database table. And tomorrow, if you want to retrieve that whatever data available, you can retrieve it.
And
All those.
one more
Yes.
question, sir. Actually, this data is coming from the real world, real stock market API. So is this possible? I can fetch. I already have these APIs from one of the stock broker. So is this possible? I can fetch data and I can show in the admin dashboard.
Yes, wherever you want to display, you can display, right? Yes.
Okay.
But generally, here we'll be displaying on this web page, right?
Okay. Thank you, sir.
So we'll be discussing a lot of things, right? That is during templates, how these templates are going to work. And models I'll be showing you in multiple databases. First, I'll show it's in SQLite, right? It's lightweight, but like heavyweight, we go for Oracle, MySQL, the other things, how to connect with different databases. And writing business logic using views, how to write the business logic. For the business logic, Python will require. Right. So MBT architecture, right? Yes. So first I'll go with HTML, right? First my discussion will be on HTML. Next cascading style sheet CSS for adding styles. Next bootstrap, predefined styles, JavaScript. Before I go with the Django, right? Yes. Fine. Any more queries you got, right?
So what about the security perspective? How can we secure our web application in Django framework?
Yeah, security related also, right? We have got, I'll be discussing those things.
Okay.
Sir, this Django batch is Saturday, Sunday only.
Yes, yes. And this, let me confirm about those things, right? So it will be on Saturday and Sunday where everyone can attend. The reason for keeping this on Saturday, Sunday means Saturday, Sundays, any people like morning or evening batches who did Python, right? Everyone can attend this Django. It will be 2 to 2.5 hours on Saturday, 2 to 2.5 hours on Sunday, every Saturday and Sunday.
Okay. And
How long it will go, sir?
Right?
I mean, how many months it's going on? This
Yeah, yeah.
Django batch?
10 weekends.
Okay.
10 weekends, right? 10 weekends.
Sir, is there any another batch start from after Python complete?
So batches means, okay, batches will be there, but as of now, this is the batch, right? But most of the batches will be in the weekends where anybody can attend, right? So if I just start a batch in the morning, daily regular batch, right? Evening people cannot attend. If I start in evening, morning. So if it is in the Saturdays and Sundays where everyone can attend, that's the intention, right? So if anyone people, some people, most of them in US and UK timings, right? If there is any people, most of them, right? If any request, just I can move 1 hour or half an hour front and back, right? But not more than that.
Okay.
Okay.
Sir, this class is parallel to 8 o'clock class. I mean, for who paid for full stack, right,
So
sir?
yes, who all right, who got registered, who got enrolled for full stack, everyone can attend this,
Yeah.
irrespective of any batch.
Okay. Can you move 1 hour forward, sir?
Means you
Actually,
want
no.
11 o'clock you want? Or 9 o'clock?
9 o'clock, sir. Why? Because it is starting at 11:30 night for us.
Okay, yes. Fine, it's not a problem.
And one more thing. So Vijay,
Yes.
do we have any WhatsApp group to get the details of the schedule of the batches? Because like I am also joined from in UK timing today. So if I need to update anything to you regarding the batch timings and everything, so can you connect me to the WhatsApp group or something?
Yes, WhatsApp group will be created, right? Yes, just it's the first day, right? So next
Okay.
next week a WhatsApp group is going to get created. Yes, and one more thing, from next Saturday it is going to be started, right? We'll be going with 2.5 hours next Saturday and next Sunday. Tomorrow I'm conducting another workshop, right? So I won't be available for tomorrow. Next Saturday we'll be going with the regular sessions, right? Next Saturday 2.5 hours. Sunday we'll start as, yeah, most of the US people, there are so many people from US, right? So it's 9 o'clock here, means it's somewhere 11:30, right? 10 o'clock means it's almost 12, I hope, right? Midnight. So we'll start 1 hour early. Next week on Saturday we'll have the session at 9 o'clock, right? Fine.
And so it will be 3:30 for
9
UK.
o'clock. 9 o'clock. What is that for UK?
For UK, it will be 3:30. Actually, I woke up today for 4:30 batch now. So from next week, it will be 3:30 then.
3:30. Okay. Well, that's what.
Or is there any other batch
That's
for
why I'm
Django?
asking if there is a evening batch or something so that I can enroll for that?
No. As of now, this is the DJANGO batch. Right? So,
I think 9 you can adjust 9:30.
yes.
9:30.
So,
9:30.
so I can make 9:30, right? Half an hour early, it's not a problem. 9:30 we can make it. So next Saturday, everyone you can join at 9:30. You can follow the same link, right? Next Saturday also you can follow the same link. We will go with a discussion on this. Next Saturday onwards, we'll be going with the regular sessions, right? So everyone you
Okay.
can join at 9:30. So that day itself, you'll be getting the video. If anybody has missed it, you can follow the video. And if you have got any queries, you can ask me in the next session. So the video will be shared that day itself, right?
And tomorrow there will not be any classes, no?
Yeah. Tomorrow, yes, I won't be. I've got some other workshop, right? So for
Okay.
tomorrow, I won't be available, right? So fine. So next Saturday, we are going to start with the batch, right? It's just introductory session today, DJANGO. Yes, fine. Any other queries, right? So get enrolled with this, right, DJANGO. So I'll be showing 20 applications, web applications creations. WhatsApp group will be created. You will be getting the video, soft copy of the notes, right? Fine. Next Saturday or Sunday, WhatsApp group is going to get created. Next Sunday, it's going to get created, right? Any other queries, right? Anyone?
Sir, can we know fee structure?
Fee structure is, as I said, right, in the chart panel. You can see in the chart panel, right? By the online team, they have posted a message, given a big message, right? The payment process procedure, and it's like 6,000, right, for DJANGO. Okay. Fine. Okay. And also you'll be getting mails about the payment process procedures, everything, right? You can just go through that. So I'm stopping for now if I'm done with the queries. So we'll meet on next Saturday. We'll have a session for 2.5 hours, right? Fine. Okay. So thank you all for your time. Thank you. Meet you on next Saturday. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.